Ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing is Rodgers.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Carlton Davis picks it.
And the Bucsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
It's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jair Alexander. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the veteran Richard Sherman. And the Buccaneers are going to take over here up near the 40.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. That's caught by Howard. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Packers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now a first down carry by Jones. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
On fourth down on as Corey Bojorquez to punt. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah. Can he put it aside? Let's find out. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. On first down, Brady.
Well, he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Here's Brady.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Brady. Flush to his right. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that's caught inside the 30. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. Wide open, Gronkowski. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Now Jones. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll try again with Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, as the first half is winding down.
And the Bucs will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And that'll make the score 14-0.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. On 2nd and very short, Rodgers. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
On 2nd down and 4, Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on.
Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 45 yards. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll take this one down to the 36. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Rodgers. He hits Adams complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
49 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that will make this a 19-point game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Rodgers now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the third quarter from Tampa. Rodgers going to throw. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. So following the failed try on fourth down, will change ends and change possession. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on first down is Brady. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can...
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point put through by Succop, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Second down, another shot for Jones.
And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. A give to Jones. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Escaping the pressure right.
Throw right side, going to be complete to DeGuara.
And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He's to the 10. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And down to the 7-yard line. Now Brady. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Bucs offense continuing to pour it on. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Jamel Dean.
And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Rodgers now on 1st down.
A check down here to Jones.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 35 on 2nd down, Rodgers. And it's complete to Adams. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 24-yard line. Rodgers to throw once more. That's going to be caught. And he'll be out of bounds. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and, oh, there's a fake, and now he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.